4 minutes late. So we'll wait to make sure we're live. It's so windy here. Wait for some people to get in. Aren't we live yet? Let's see. I see one. If you can see and hear me, I have to wear reading glasses tonight because I can't find my glasses anywhere. If you can see and hear me, give me a thumbs up. Hello, Brooke Trout. Wow, you're the first one in here. Hello. I was a couple minutes late. Crazy day today. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. I hope that you had a great weekend. It's so windy here tonight. Oh my goodness. It's worse than the Wizard of Oz. Can hear and see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. How are you? How was your weekend? Hello, Suzanne. I was 3 minutes late. I'm so sorry. Or 4 minutes late. I do apologize. How are you, Suzanne? Did you have a nice weekend? How was your weather? Because it rained like cats and dogs here yesterday, and then the wind picked up. It has been so windy here today. Pouring, then snowing. This weather is crazy. But happy Sunday, everyone. I have to do some serious searching for my glasses tomorrow morning. I can't find them anywhere. I was going to do my live up Jay's and came home because I didn't have glasses. Well, came to here. Long, tiring weekend. Drove 5 hours north to do new cabinets for my mother-in-law. Ooh. I bet you she appreciates that. We also work though, right? So that's exhausting. But very sweet of you. I'm sure she's going to love them. Are they completely done or you still have more to go? Suzanne, how's your weather doing? So tonight's picture is, I did like a little bit of a bread. Hello, Ange. Hello, Smell. Hello, everyone. Just listening on tonight. I told her to say that. That's my girlfriend, Angie. She doesn't have a channel. She's my girlfriend since I was 16. So she's going to listen in. Because she felt bad, like, not saying hello to everyone. And I was like, you could just come in and say hello, everyone, just listening, and people know not to write to you or whatever. But anyway, yesterday I was doing some test breads on my recipe of like one bread dough, and you can make multiple breads out of it. Cabinet's done. Nice. Ordering countertops. My brother-in-law is doing most of the work. Okay, so you did the cabinets and he's doing the counters. I think that's fair swap, don't you? So if you hear anything whipping, it's the wind here. Weather here is okay. I hear the mountains go white snow. All the snow we got last night melted today. We just got a lot of rain. I mean, torrential downpours. And then the sun was out today and it was not the temp they said it was going to be. It was chillier. And then this wind just picked up as the day went on. And then 1 minute it was raining when I was at Jay's, and the next minute it was snow flurrying, and I was like, what the heck is going on? I met Jay at 9 o'clock this morning. Forgot about the time change, but I was still on time because we made some plans to do some things, and I made two, you'll see the video. I made two pudding pies up his house. One I think you saw already was the Oreo one, but I did a chocolate chip one just for if you need like a quick thing to take to someone's house or maybe like a birthday party or whatever. And we were going to go out to dinner, and I just asked him, like, is it okay if we don't go out to dinner because it was so cold, so windy. So He did sushi, I did California rolls. Delish, delish, delish. Any other time I'd be jumping on that invitation to go out to that restaurant and go eat, but it was just too cold. My wife and daughter went down to see a beached whale. Poor guy, trapped on a sandbar. I'm not supposed to laugh, right? Like we're talking about a whale or, a guy. I thought I was the only one that used to say that. That's sad. Brook Trail, trapped on the sandbar. Were they able to get it? Oh, you said poor guy. I got confused if you were talking about like a beached whale guy or like a whale. So sorry. I'm in like the goofiest mood tonight. But hopefully they got it and it's good to go. No, still stuck, really? Oh, that's a shame. Excuse my warped sense of humor. I really thought you were talking about a guy. Yes, I did. So yeah, I hustled yesterday morning, like I was just saying, and I did, you'll see it. I think you'll enjoy it. Anybody that's trying to make bread or needs to make bread, everybody's got a different gazillion like bread recipes. One bread recipe that can get you 3-4 different things. Whether it's, this is what I did, white bread, like a smaller Italian loaf with Italian seasoning, cinnamon swirl, which is this. It's in the picture, but I have it all wrapped up. But look at that gloriousness right there. Look at that. And then I did a cinnamon raisin. So that's, and I showed how to make rolls. So lots of bread products can come out of my one recipe. Figured I would share it with, I won't buy store bread. It's disgusting. It won't mold. I've tried. And it has a weird smell, so I'd rather just make fresh. So I have to do more because it's going into Debbie's freezer. This was like my test run batch, so I have more raisins and cinnamon. I want to do a couple cinnamon and brown sugar, and then a couple cinnamon raisin, and I'll probably just do plain white bread and give her a few. So that's that. And then I took Irish potatoes, some of them, to Jay's, and he was chowing down on them. I think I was calling it the wrong name in the videos. I think it's Riley's, O'Reilly's is the brand here in Pennsylvania. He said mine are better than out of that box. So that's a compliment, big time. Suzanne, is Garden State Gardener still alive? Originally, he was saying he wasn't going to be going live tonight because he has a colonoscopy coming up, but he was live last I checked. So I figured I would stick to bread. Orion's, that's it. There's Jay now. So the name of it is Orion's here in Pennsylvania. And yes, Joe is still alive. Okay. Yeah, I think I was calling it O'Brien's in a couple videos. But Orion's is in the white and green box, and I thought that was a mighty nice and high compliment from Jay to say that mine tastes better than what comes out of that box. So I took them up so he could pick on them. And I also took the raisin bread up and then forgot to take it out of the bed. Out of the bag. He didn't want the whole thing anyway, but I forgot to leave some slices for breakfast. Oh, melodies are better. Thank you. Appreciate it. Got in here, emptied the bags, started looking for my glasses, can't find them, and I even checked the trash. So I'll have to search and see if they went maybe down the wall where the bed is tomorrow. But hopefully they turn up. That's for sure. Is he just about done, Suzanne, or you don't know, hun? So yeah, that's the video that I posted. Was on my Irish potato candy. Super duper easy to make. Way better than anything you can buy. And next will be coming up. I have just my family's Irish potato soup, um, which is delish. And then I think it was Debbie that asked me if I was going to make this soda bread. I don't think so, to really be honest with you. I'm not sure yet. If I do, it will be posted. Not sure, Mel. He gave away more seeds. And now he's talking to Jerry Butler again. Okay, got you. Well, I guess it'll just be us. Let's move on to, haven't watched the potato one yet, but you'll love it. I mean, it comes together, and I want to say 6-7 minutes tops. It's just a matter of standing there rolling them. But I did 32 of them, I think it was, or 34 of them. It didn't take that long, and it's worth it. It's only, once a year. Treat yourself, live a little, and they just taste better homemade. So I left some in the fridge for them if they wanted some. And then I put some off to the side for Johnny and Jarrett, and then took some up for Jay today. I'll give some of these to Debbie and Don, her husband. Oh, you're doing the fish this week. Use whatever fish you want, just not anything like a flounder, because that would pretty much fall apart. But that's a cod that I use. But you mentioned a fish that might be local to your area. Something that's like a little bit meaty, and it's so good. Jay's on here now. He'll tell you about the fish with the white wine and the tomato basil sauce. So good. It's so good. You can make that any night for dinner. Even like a nice Sunday dinner. Voila. That's going to be so good. Oh, that's going to be really good. I just really hope that you like it. You should. We pulled it together. I did have Jay's help. I cooked it up there, but it came together very quickly, and that was frozen cod, and I just put it in a bowl, cold water, till the fillets thawed, and then we paper toweled them dry, and then just moved on with the recipe. But if you wanted to do it, hello, Paul Honeyman, how are you? Happy Sunday, my friend. How are you feeling? We missed you last week and the week before. But welcome. We got Paul Funnyman as I jumped in as live real quick last night just to make sure it worked, because I normally couldn't leave a comment, but Vandal the Land was live last night with this little boy for the little boy's birthday. So I said hello, and I wished the little man, happy birthday. So I'm not sure if he's going to pop in tonight, because I think his birthday or birthday party was today. But everybody helped out. Of course, we had Suzanne, we had Laura, Vandal the Land when you weren't here. Sorry, folks, but I'm on the slow mending for a while. Okay, fill us in. What's going on? How's the back doing? Yeah, but everyone did really good. Not sure if Laura will be in here. I just had seen, I didn't comment back, but her son has a double ear infection, even with tubes in it, in his ears. Was running 103.9 fever with a fierce cough. Can't keep the Motrin down because he's throwing it up, and strep. So lots of prayers for Laura and her little man. So I don't know if she'll pop in. I would assume she wouldn't if he doesn't feel good. So I'll respond back to her comment, because that's absolutely terrible when your child is sick. So prayers to Laura and her little man. But everybody held it together while Mr. Paul Funnyman was not here. So I heard the award show's on tonight, and I figured if Joe was on, it would be running kind of slow. But he did post he wasn't going live tonight, and then he was live, so that's a bummer. Love Joe, but that was still a bummer. Because, let's see. But back to brook trout. If you get like the medley of the little grape tomatoes, like yellow, they have the brown ones, you could do all red. You will absolutely love that. Like I was saying, for anyone that watches this back, you can make the fish recipe whether it's for Lent or not. But you can make it for any Sunday. Just do pasta with it, with maybe like some lemon, pepper, tomato, and basil. That would pair really well with that fish. I thought I threw my back out. Not so lucky. What? Tore tendons in my right upper back and am down to my left hand for the keyboard. Oh my goodness, Paul. I am so sorry, my friend. What are they going to do for the pain? Can it heal? Like, do you have to have the type of surgery because it's tendons? Heal so slowly, says Suzanne. That's terrible. Well, you just need to stop. Like, stay still and focus on you and, try to heal. Yeah, you thought you pulled your back out lifting something out of the truck. That's terrible. So sorry to hear that, my friend. Yeah, that's a tough one. Know a little bit about tendons. I know sometimes you need surgery, sometimes you don't need surgery. The first 2 weeks we're down to great pain meds. Are you feeling any better at all? Do they want a form of physical therapy or possible surgery, or just no? Rest and let it heal. Like, don't you dare be lifting a cotton picking thing there, Paul. My goodness, what are we going to do with you? We're going to have to put you in a helmet and a full body suit, my friend. Not good. That's a shame. Yeah, a lot of people were asking about you and where you were and how you were doing. I said last I heard he pulled his back. Didn't get an email or anything that he wasn't going to be here, but we managed. We pulled it off. Now it's a slow recovery. Right arm is taped up during all the time I'm out of bed. Well, you got to do what you got to do, my friend. We want you at 100% there, Paul. Crazy. That's a shame. But hopefully you'll improve quickly if you listen to the doctors. That's a bummer. Feel bad. So lots of prayers. I'm thinking of you. I'll pray for you. And I want to put this out there, Suzanne, and okay, so Paul wasn't here last week. 2 kids came in that could have only have known Gavin, or Gavin told them what to say. They're not to be kicked out. They made up an account. You can make an account up like that. I did say this, if I come off desperate, then I'm a desperate individual then, because I'll take whatever communications I can get, because like I said, my grandson would have to go completely around his mother. And some of the things that were discussed last Sunday, there's no way anyone would have just known, like how the channel name started, or that Gavin used to video record, and they didn't say anything disrespectful. So anyone that comes in, not just them, if they're not rude, disrespectful, they get to stay. I didn't see the kids say anything bad, Mel. No, but you know what? No, I'm not saying anything bad. Love Laura to pieces, but when I got that compliment, it hurt my heart. It's my grandson, everyone. And she had wrote during live, she doesn't want to see anyone make me cry like that. And, be still my heart with her. Love Laura to pieces. And she's being super protective. She goes right to the profile to see, and she just figured it was fake. And it wasn't who they were. So it's either Gavin's 2 friends or part of it's Gavin. So, but no harm, no foul. She just wanted to let me know that. She did call me after live, but I was already asleep. So I'm not mad at her or anything like that, but I just wanted to make it perfectly clear. These 2 kids come in again. It has to do with Gavin, my grandson who just, up and moved to Florida. So I'll take whatever information I can get. And I thought the compliment was really sweet. And I didn't see them write anything bad, but she's just uber protective of me. And I love her for that, believe me, you. But, that would go for anyone, adult or, so I did say, like, the next day, if it makes me a desperate, like, biatch, then I guess I'm desperate because, I knew it. Initially, my gut was making me feel like it was my daughter. But then when my chat opened up and I reread it, they were polite and they want to know how to grow certain things, so that they could sell plants and invest it into the sports. So I understand that because we do that here. Hello, Tiger. How are you? Happy Sunday. So yeah, if you see them, they get to stay. And, as long as they're not rude, and that would pertain even to an adult. So didn't really feel like I had to put that out there, but I wanted to put that out there because it's not, Laura didn't do anything wrong. She was just super cautious because if you were in the live, the compliment started to make me cry. So, and she don't want to see me cry. So love Laura to pieces. I can't even express how close I am to Laura. But I didn't get a chance to talk to her to be like, I'm desperate. And I knew it. My gut was telling me Gavin was telling them things. So, let's see. I thought they sounded like some go-getters talking about business. Yeah, me too. That's how I felt. And I miss them, and you all know that. So, the moderators need to know. A lot of people came in during the pandemic, and they don't create playlists or videos. I don't boot people for nothing. I just watch them closer. Thank you. But happy to see you in here, Tiger. I thought they sounded like some, oh, yep. Mel, I'm mailing those seeds tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I guess I'm going to be helping Debbie. And mine were put into storage. So we're on the countdown, my friends, and it hasn't been easy. Today is the 10th. I've been making content practically every day for the channel and packing. That's what I've been doing. And I have to see about if I'm going to actually have help because I'm out at the end of this month and it's Easter. So, that's that. But thank you, Tiger. I really do appreciate that more than you know. Paul says nothing desperate in trying to keep in with your family. Yeah, it actually has me a little like my heart racing right now in my chest, but that was, and my niece and her husband were in listening last Sunday, Aaron and Fred. Fred said it was Gavin's friends, and my niece thought it was Gavin. So, yeah, Gavin would have had to have told them. And if he has to skirt around his mom and make up a fake account or whatever, I do not care. So that's that. Let's see. Hello, Ace. How are you? Hello, all. I see Mr. Honeyman is back. Welcome back, Paul. Yeah, he has some serious back problems. Hey, we all know the only dirty old man allowed here is me. Yeah. I guess Jay on occasion. Let's see. Vocational center in my county has the exact same type of program. Those kids were talking about the horticultural AG programs run it there. Yep. So I'm proud because he said, they both said, like, Gavin sent us. I don't know what Laura said, but they were like, Laura, what are we doing wrong? Because we want to be in here every Sunday to support her. It's Gavin's mom. And, so I'll take whatever I can get. Because if it's your family member. And I know it was Gavin. Super proud of him trying to reach out. And I think he wanted to know what I thought, because we were in it together with this channel. The channel name came from Bagel Egg was me, and Let's Dig It was from Gavin. And yes, he used to record videos, and he was always so supportive. Like, Mom, you got 50 subscribers. I'm like, really, Gavin? So I'll take whatever I can get. Let's see. I have so many seeds, and I have 2 copies of the book seed that I'm going to be giving away soon. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Your link was posted, so anybody that watches it back, please go support our friend Tiger454. Go over, watch a couple videos, see if you find anything you like over there, and subscribe. Maybe it's the name Paul. That's my name too. I can be pretty dirty. I'm certainly old. Maybe it is a Paul thing. I don't know. I know somebody that could be a little bit on the fresh side and his name isn't Paul. But good to know, because sometimes I don't know if I'm talking to you or your wife. So good to know. Maybe when you come in and state, who's on there, because I definitely want to acknowledge his, Babette, hello, welcome back. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Glad to see you here. I hope you had a blessed weekend. How's the weather where you are? Was the one who saw me in another chat asked me where I've been, laugh out loud. Yeah, Paul is very attentive, pays attention, good guy. I just got lucky to get him, Let's see. Laura is very cautious, but not every channel with no videos and no playlists is a troll channel. We all started out like that. Yeah, and I didn't want anyone to take it wrong, because she's not like that. She's just protective and defensive, and I so appreciate it. But my stomach was telling me, like I said to her, oh, everything's okay, and she just had texted me during live, I'll be like, gosh darn, if someone makes you cry and it's not really them, so I understand that and appreciate it. But I just wanted to put that out, not as a dig against Laura, just as from here on out, if those young men come in or my grandson comes in, they get to stay. If one of them was to say something wrong, or even an adult for that matter, then that's the moderator's job. Other than that, that's the end of that story. But love Laura. She didn't mean any harm. No content, just my picture. There's Babette. If you were in here last Sunday, anyone, I was a little overwhelmed and I called her Boobette instead of Babette. But it was kind of funny. Rain on Saturday and wind here now. Whew. Amen. Because that is what I'm dealing with. It's like so bad. Poor cats and dogs yesterday. Today the sun was out. Wasn't too bad early this morning when I got picked up from Jay. And then it just got windy. Started to rain. It started to snow. Of course, it didn't amount for any snow, but snow flurry. And I mean, blustery cold out there. Kid you, I don't even have the fan on because I'm just cold tonight. Let's see. But I feel you there, Babette. I had a YouTube channel for years without realizing I had a YouTube channel yet. Suzanne says I have no picture. It's a choice I made for my Facebook as well. You know, the Facebook I never use lately. Laugh out loud. My Facebook is more my personal Facebook, and I post sports, blah, 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 whatever, because I need help trying to set up a Facebook that will take the Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It to go with the channel. So I initially thought the new Facebook page would have worked out, but no, it's more so just a personal page. But if you need me or want to find me, you can get me on Instagram, under the Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It Homestead. So I am under there under the right name. I just have to get Facebook situated for sure. Never realized that the sign up for YouTube was actually opening my own channel. Our rain is finally gone 70s for the next 3-4 days. Tomorrow it's supposed to be like 50, supposedly, because that's what it said today was going to be, and it's blustery cold. And the wind is beyond the Wizard of Oz right now, and most of the day. But I see wind on my weather app for tomorrow saying like about 50, and then as the week goes on, it'll warm up. So looking forward to that. And yeah, so just trying to deal with it. Boobette, it's all good, kind of funny. I wasn't sure if you caught it, so I might have just ran myself over with the bus, but I caught myself last week and was like, had to correct it. Oh my goodness, I was just overwhelmed. Um, but I'm so glad you came back. Woo, woo. Glad to have you in here. Um, hello, Mr. Joe Serrano, saying, hello, Melody Bate. How are you? Listen, I need to tell you all something. So, my girlfriend Angie, who's just listening in, made a good point. I'm going to contact the company because, I'm getting things, you know, and they're not paying me, but when I like something, I like it, and I'm going to be totally honest. So remember I told you I got the Circle bottle. I'm not really a water drinker. This has done wonders. First of all, this is the 20-ounce bottle. And then I think it was Tuesday, I misunderstood when Thomas was supposed to be 71 tomorrow here in North Iowa. I'll try and send it your way, Mel. Yes, please do, because I'm over it. It's too cold. Anyways, I was saying, Tuesday, did some errands with Debbie for the first time in a while. And ran into Walmart. I haven't been in a Walmart in, I couldn't tell you how long. I think I gave a rough estimate, like maybe 10 years. So went with Debbie into Walmart, and I was looking for some filters. At the time, they didn't have a big selection. I got some, I could show them to you. And then I stumbled across this end cap, and voila. This is the 40-ouncer. So let me explain this. I fill this up about 9 times a day, the 20-ouncer. This one I'm filling up about 2 to 2 and it, like, I fill it up about 2 full, maybe like 2-3 times a day. So when I started, I was doing it twice, so that's 80 fluid ounces of water. I'm in love, my friends, in love. This one doesn't fit my cup holder right, but that's okay. I've been drinking so much water that, I'm constantly having to tinkle, but that's a good thing. This one I stick in my pocketbook when I'm going out or in my vehicle. Absolutely love it. So went there with the intentions to get some filters because I got mine as a kit and I needed filters because I'm really using mine. I'll have coffee in the morning. Sometimes I'll drink my Welch's Concord grape juice. But I've been drinking nothing but water, and that's coming from a person that doesn't really like water. I used to like Canadian, what was the name of that? Canadian Clear, that sparkling flavored water. They just started coming back out with it, but like their peach, their boysenberry was amazing. So was able to grab some when I was out with Debbie. And then let's see. Well, that'll be nice. Let's see, saying hello. Outdoor projects tomorrow. Absolutely. When it's nice out, you got to get out there. So, went with Jay this morning. Back to that same that same Walmart. So when I got this one, it came 2 filters in a box. This is the 40-ouncer. And I'm telling you, I will guzzle through 3 of these. And it came with, I think maybe like a strawberry kiwi. And the other one was like a blueberry grape, which is phenomenal. And my niece, she was looking in her Walmart and they had the individuals. I said, oh, mine wasn't sold like that. Needless to say, go with Jay today. And let's see, because I have 2 separate bags. And I found it, which is the Hydrate Blueberry Grape. So if anybody's interested in these, first of all, water has no calories. Duh. And this has no sugar or anything in it. But I got the blueberry grape, quite a few of those. But Jay got me quite a few. And we'll see how fast I see someone else getting a bunch of them. But let's see if I could show you in the bag. If not, I'll pull it all out. but a bunch of the Circles filters. So, just a recommendation. So good. So good. Let's see. I've wondered about the Circle water stuff, if it was all it's cracked up to be. Thank you for the review. Right? That's what Angie said to me earlier. She's like, Mel, because she was, I was going to be like in the picture. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Let me see if I could reach out to the company. And, you know, but I figured if anybody was interested, plus it'd be really good for your garden. It does say like you can put it in a fridge. So I really recommend it too, though. But I love it. I'm drinking way more water than I ever did. Oh, Mel, your clocks went forward last night. Our clocks changed, Paul. They went forward early this morning. Yep. Last night clocks went forward here in most of the USA. That is correct. And that's why I felt like, I was hustling this morning because we had made plans and whatnot. So, but yeah, Babette, I gave a recommendation for it to Jean a while back because she used to get the squeezy drops. I was like, why don't you just get the Circle bottle? And I didn't even have the Circle bottle at the time, but I knew all about it and everything. And she did. So, yeah, gardening, doing yard work. I am one that usually always takes a water bottle in my vehicle wherever I'm going. And that really cut back on, the waste of plastic bottles for one. And two, I would take it and then I would just kind of, just let it be on the floor. Yeah, I nearly missed this due to being early for me. I was checking notifications. Our clocks go forward on the 31st. Oh, okay. So it can't be cold? Oh, menopause. No, it can. What I've been doing, initially what I was doing is I was putting water bottles in this. I had a case that I wanted to finish up. I have an electric tea kettle and I boil it and I put it in. Not hot, of course. But yeah, I mean, it just kind of stays cold. In the summer, yeah, you could definitely put that in the fridge. I was just doing some research on it. Obviously, after I've been drinking from it. I have different glasses on tonight. They're supposed to be reading glasses because I can't find mine anywhere. But basically it's saying no artificial flavors, no artificial colors, minimize the reduction of plastic, no sugar, 0 calories, of course. But yeah, I have lots of flavors I can recommend, and this is one of them. This blueberry grape, so good. I use cold water in mine. Yep. Oh, you have one, Tiger? They're so good. Menopause loves misery. It's all the husbands have with it. Oh my goodness. I freeze water and add cold water to it since the hot flashes away for a bit. It's a good tip. I heard it's not really good though for regular plastic bottles to be frozen, but don't listen to me. That's just what I heard. But yeah, so if you get the 20 ounce, but you are a person that drinks a lot of water, you might be better off just getting the 40 ounce. Just know, depending on your cup holder in your car, it might not fit in there. Like I said, I take mine with me. I put it in my pocketbook or in my vehicle. This one I drink like all day long and at night. So I'm up a bunch having to tinkle. But, coming from a person that didn't really drink a lot of water, it's amazing. And then it has the dial on the top where you could put it to the number you want. I don't usually go past 3. You could put it on 4. The higher you go, the faster your filters will go. Sip and chat, but that's not why mine were going. It's because I was just drinking so much water. I think originally on the box it says it equals out to 12 bottles of water, I think it is. So that's great. Ever noticed that everything bad women go through as men in it. Menopause, menstruation, absolutely. I saw that before. But a lot of people here in the world like to do away with the time change. The same in the UK. Yeah, it's measurable for everyone. Very true, Suzanne. I'm not sure if this comment is okay, but here it goes. I'd rather be a man with ED at 50 over a woman with menopause. Sorry, it's inappropriate. This is an open platform. You're welcome here, and we say what we want. We just don't do a whole lot of politics or religion. I'm pretty sure you all know where I stand politically. Let me say you know where I stand on politics and religious. So, but you could say whatever you want. And it's a true thing that we women have to go through if they do get rid of that time change. Big mistake. The farmers need that time change for the crops and other chores around the farm. I was happy to go through menopause because now I don't have to deal with menstruation. That's what I thought, but I was the person who had problems and had to have some surgeries. So when mine was done, I was like, yay, super excited. But then, well, they told me I was going to hit it early and my hormones were all over and I didn't know what was going on. Didn't have a mom to tell me anything about it. And it was horrific, totally horrific. But, you know, we go through that. We bear children, like menstruate, give birth, and then we have to go through premenopause and then menopause. I heard that you can commit a bad crime, let's say, against men and get away with it under menopause. I don't know how true it is, and don't try it. But yeah, I read that somewhere. It's just not fair to us women. Let's see. I will be glad and pleased as punch when this crotopause leaves. Yeah, it's not easy. And every time I was doing research, all they ever had was just a fan and a bottle of water. It hit mine early and I felt blessed. But yeah, I had some complicated pregnancies. I had one 8.5 months pregnant where the heartbeat stopped. And that was bone crushing. And then I had my Jarrett. Well, I had a miscarriage and then I lost that baby. By the time I went in, I was like 9 months. But then I got my precious Jarrett. It was a miracle baby and very, very premature. So the doctors just had said, like, you're going to kill her. Her body can't take it anymore. You know, we were trying to figure out if my mom, which I wouldn't know this, but they wanted to know if my mom took the drug. I guess back in the day, they can give you like bleeding behind the wall of the cervix and all that jazz. And I'm like, I couldn't tell you that because I was born in 67 and my mom died in 68. So I guess they did a little research and said it was already, I think, taken off the market then. I don't really know, but I've had no problems being pregnant with Amanda. Some issues with Johnny and had to get the shots in my leg, but Johnny was a big boy. Let me tell you. Well, 6 pounds, 15 ounces for me is like a 10-pound kid because they said I would never exceed a 5-pound baby. Too small down there, small cervix, small uterus. I'll take that, amen. But Johnny constantly moved and big head, big shoulders, he's stocky. And then I have this teeny tiny little 3-pound little baby, which is my Jar. So yeah, I thought I was going to end up having 5, but that's not what God wants it. So that's that story. And I used to be a person that had, you know, menstruation, like 28 days out of a month. So it was horrible. They didn't even know how I was standing. So they put me in for a couple surgeries to stop that. So when mine went away, I was like thrilled. But then the big M came, or the pre-M came around the corner. And the whole thing was just atrocious, ladies. It's atrocious. Let's see. Let's see, what did I miss? Pretty sure it was my husband. I had an air conditioner on in my bedroom, even though I had central air because it just helped me sleep. Let's see. I hit mine early and I felt blessed. Pretty sure I froze my husband out though. My ex-wife's doctor told me to be prepared for the increased sex drive. Lying. That's so funny. Don't know what's wrong with your wife then. Yeah, because I don't really believe that's the case unless you're like a fuddly dudley. She turned into a fridge. Let's see. Black, gosh, and evening primrose helps. And I live alone, so I don't have to worry about passing of a man. Thank goodness for that. You won't do prison time. I bet. I never had a baby. Don't want to risk passing arthritis onto another human. Understand. Girl, my youngest was 9 pounds, 13 and a half ounces. God bless you. God bless you. My Amanda, it's so weird, like what you can remember, because my Amanda's what? It's my birthday. She's 37. She was 5 pounds, 5 ounces, 18 and a half inches long. So first, remember it all. Johnny was 6 pounds, 15 ounces, can't remember the length. And Jarrett was 3 pounds, even Steven. And I don't even remember Jarrett's length because it was just such a scary situation. And he just looked sickly, and he was very sickly. And I got booted out 12 hours after I had Jarrett, and Jarrett spent months and months in the NICU unit. And now he's taller than me, and he's an old soul. Um, I don't know. All my kids are good people as far as like your drugs and drink like alcohol like that or getting into trouble. Like I say, me and my daughter are oil and water, but that's life. The boys are totally different. They're so like their mama, let me tell you. But love Jared, and he was a blessing from God. But 9 pounds, 13 and a half ounces? No. No, I don't think so. Because Johnny was 6'15", and I went all natural. And, none of that epidural stuff here for Amanda and Johnny. But my marriage was coming, well, my marriage was over. And my husband was in there, obviously. I would have preferred my mother-in-law. She was in there when I had her first grandchild, which was Johnny. And my husband talked me into getting an epidural for Jared, who was toes first, supposed to be C-section. And he knew his mama was petrified of having a scar like that and getting a C-section, so he spun himself around and my water broke. I was 2 centimeters dilated at 20 weeks, if that gives you any idea. But anyway, it stopped my labor and delivery, considering the last resort carrying my Jared would have been to sew it up. So I went in there, was admitted at 5, and I didn't have Jared till 4:52 in the morning because of that stupid epidural. And I would have never. I mean, my daughter, I recommended it because I knew how she is. I said, don't try to be superwoman. Just get the epidural as soon as you walk in the door. But me, nah. I wanted to do natural. And got to experience it with Amanda and Johnny. Johnny, I probably should have had every drug they ever created. But yeah, so that's my story. I stopped after Jared just because of, I was never so intimidated by a little teeny tiny thing. His head fit in the palm of my hand. And they could be born 3 pounds and they lose a couple ounces. Oh, it's just scary. But love them to pieces, and pray to God every day for that human being, after losing that baby at 8.5 months pregnant before that. So that's my story. I'm small as well, which is why Boobette was funny. And sorry you had miscarriages. That's super sad and sucky. Yeah, the one I was moving into my house. So I guess I just overdid it. And then the other one, I mean, I had some weird symptoms, but they kept telling me I was fine. And then I went for an ultrasound with my mother-in-law because we were best friends. And let me see. So yeah, 8.5 months pregnant, no heartbeat, had to go in every 2 days to get my blood checked. And for some reason, I guess because of the severity of the situation, once the blood levels did drop, it was a knockout kind of surgery. I don't know anything. And my mother in law was Roman Catholic, and I begged her. Like, it's such a sin. I think about it now, crying to her, like, Mom, please don't let them do this. You know, it's God's way. So there was nothing she could do to stop it. It's just what it was, you know? So extremely blessed to have Jared. You birthed damn well, girl. Said, do not have any more. I was like, we agree. Yeah, my husband didn't agree on any of that. Let's see, my wife was almost killed in an automobile accident, broke her pelvis in 4 places, told her not to have kids, so we only had 5. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, she had 5. Jeez. Believe it or not, I was really good friends with this girl, Terry. Only girl, all brothers. Her dad, they were all police officers. Like, not heavy set, like tall, big boned. You don't even want to know. Like 15, 16-pound babies this woman had, and broke her pelvis, or, you know, from having babies because she was so big boned. But I was like, God bless you, because that would kill me. So I just thought that was funny. But not funny on the automobile accident, but told her not to have kids, so we only had 5. Yeesh. Paul says, 1, that's enough. Guessing, not passing. Damn autocorrect. My kids are my dogs, chickens. Thinking about adding a kitten here. Ooh. Hey, we have fur babies that end up becoming our family members, you know? But a kitten? How many dogs do you have, Babette? I have 2 little dogs. Old souls are the best type. I felt out. My dad used to say, you and your mother are like oil and water. Yeah, just don't mix. I keep trying though. Yeah, I kept trying too. And then she up and moved to Florida with my 2 grandbabies without even a goodbye. Broke my heart. But me and the boys are close. And I mean, I love her. Don't get me wrong. I don't wish her any harm. I just think after her dad died, something happened, and she just, that's what she chose to do, which is horrible. I'm living with it and trying to hold my stuff together, but it's not easy sometimes. Sometimes I have some bad days, some days I have some good days. So to hear some things from Gavin or Gavin's friends last week, you could only just have imagined how my stomach and my heart felt, you know. But yeah, I always say we were oil and water. I did both of mine natural. I talked my oldest into an epidural. She didn't have the fortitude for natural. Yeah, that was my daughter. It's always the small pricks that create the biggest problems now. Yeah, isn't that really the truth? I'm adopted, so that's what makes the oil and water funnier. I'm adopted. My mom died at, let me see, I was 26 or 28. 67 I was born, and she died in 68. So I was a year old. And then my dad died at 33 and I was 3. So I was with my dad's, you know, mistress. And then my dad's family got involved and split up a brother and a sister. And yeah, I was adopted. So, and then my uncle passed away and his wife raised me. So we eventually moved up the mountains, and that's where I was raised, and I wouldn't have traded that for anything. But I was raised very strict and very clean, and yes, ma'am, you know, no elbows on the table, you know, type of thing. But she never wanted me, and she made it perfectly clear. She said, if it wasn't for my husband, you wouldn't be here. And I always thought to myself, if I ever would have adopted, I would have never made someone feel like they weren't wanted or make them feel less than, you know? So, yeah, that's my story. So, When I had my daughter, I had the mentality of like a 35-year-old and prayed and prayed and prayed to God to please give me a daughter. Never thought it would be where she's not really like the cushy type. And she just does never had a lot of friends. Girls, women don't like her because I think it's because she's really pretty. And it's also her attitude and disposition, to really be honest with you. So that's that. Let's see. We stopped after 4. The vasectomy didn't work, and I had one more princess. Oh. That was meant to be. That was meant to be. That was God's way. I was going to say Paul. I'm just so used to saying Brooke, like Brooke Trout, but that's funny that your name is Paul. But God works in mysterious ways, and some of the ways we'll never understand why certain things happen the way that they happen. And it was irreversible. They removed an inch of tubing before tying them off. 7 dogs, and I can't count the chickens. They move a lot. I really like you. Have you checked out my chickens on Mondays? They're bougie, spoiled chickens. Count the eggs when you collect them. It's a good idea. One Native American constrictor, aka black snake. They're awesome barometers. They can tell the weather better than TWC, for real. They don't all lay every day. That is true, they don't. And chickens lay all different times of the day. It's funny. No roosters here, me either. And they don't always lay one each, so I just do chicken math. Let's see. Having the best Chicago deep dish right now. That's amazing. I always say like I was going to make them. My cast irons in storage, and you all know what's going on, And so just trying to make content and pack and, see who I can get together, because that's going to be tough because it's Easter weekend. So, yep. So people don't care about that. But that's probably so yummy. I never knew my biological mom or dad. Have no clue if my biological dad even knows I exist. I have a few friends because I'm not Finner. And yes, mysterious ways indeed. We have some things in common there, Babette. This old rooster only shoots blanks now. That's all right. Same. I don't know. I call my son's dad the sperm donor. I did. I called him that for years. But if that's what came out of that marriage, I mean, we weren't best of friends, but he went cuckoo once we got married, I guess, because he got the trophy. But I got the 2 best things out of that, and that was my Jared Austin and my John Anthony. So, and my daughter, Amanda Elizabeth, was, from a previous relationship. I was only married once, and unfortunately, he passed away August the 16th, 2 days before her birthday, and that's when she just, yeah. Mel, you ever thought of leaving PA? Yeah, I have. It would have to be really worth it, So, yeah, I've considered it. Absolutely. So, let's see. That's my story. Love my kiddos, and I'm grateful to have what I have. Glory be to God. And I pray every day, for my kids. And I'm hoping, I'll get to see my grandson. He'll turn 18, August the 18th of this year. My birthday's April 4th. So, yeah, let's see. My hens and yours must be related because they are spoiled here too. When I am late, one jumps on my shoulder and gives me a what for? And mine were like flapping at me, stepping on my shoes. I was like, calm down, will you? You could stay with us. Is it M.O.? Is that Missouri? I can't even think what M.O. is. Oh my gosh, Tiger, that is like so nice of you. Holy cow. Well, Mel, he sounds just like Max. She was great for the first 8 years, and then we got but in 7 years later was too long. Yeah, he had some issues for sure. But the weird thing of it is, like, we were the best of friends, but I think he still wanted to be like out, having a good time in that way, kind of cray cray. No serious drugs or anything like that, but just, and a yeller, a little bit of a mental abuser, you know. And he used to say, like, I'm not yelling, it's my voice carrying. And I just thought, no way. No way. I'm not living like this. I'm not raising my boys around that because my boys are so respectful. They hold doors. I get complimented out about the boys. And that was a good decision because I wanted to raise them as to be better and more than what their father ever was. To be gentlemen, to be kind, to be sweet, to be courteous, not be a doormat, but and have a good work ethic, and they're just wonderful. Amanda, on the other hand, never really liked to work that much. She had probably about 5 jobs, and yeah, so every kid's different, But love Amanda, miss her. Um, just don't get it why she did that, but it's not for me to figure out anymore. I'm over it. And like I said, Gavin will be turning 18 August the 18th of this summer. So we'll have to see what happens. It's too long. Yep. My birthday is April 4th, Babette. So not belated yet. So usually Easter, my birthday falls on Easter, but it's like, here we go again with the, gotta get out type of situation and want other people to help do it. And I can't rip them away from like Easter, So try to do the best we can. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Yes, ma'am, Missouri, really. Tiger, that just like touched my heart, sincerely. I'll write you an email. But that says, like, yep, if you pecks my shoe and legs, do you give yours Cheerios? I did, because I had a whole box and it only expired by a day. And they loved them. Mine loved them. And Bob, for them, when I put them in their water pails. Oh, really? I haven't done that, though. Thank you, Katrina. I hate to see any good person there. Thank you, Tiger. I really do appreciate that. Yes. I don't really talk about it, Babette, because I'm under the roof and the person watches my lives and listens and then takes it out of context or whatever. So, you know, soon enough, everybody will know everything. I'm early. Happy early birthday to you from me and my sock. Oh, thanks. So cute. Zoo. That's so cute. So yeah, so that is what's going on. So that's what's hard because some of the new subscribers. So it was, I lived with my friend Jimmy, and yeah, I guess he did what everybody else did, and he went about it completely wrong. He asked me to move in there, yada yada. Long story short, build a garden. You could go back and go look. I was there 2 years, and he said you have 30 days because I just sold the house to my niece, and I ended up here for a year. So, and it has not been all peaches and roses, but doing the best I can. My beautiful number 3 girl's birthday is April 1st. I wanted a boy. She came out saying April Fools. Oh, that's sweet. Sorry if it's getting blurry. It's not on my end, I don't think. That's so sweet. Just think about how I was born and lived in PA, and now here, and I am in Missouri, land of the free. Do you love it? Let's see. Mine actually play in the water pails. I use kitty litter pans for their pools as well as kiddie pool. Oh, that's cute. It's a good idea. Jimmy was not a friend. Oh, yep, I know. He needed his gardens cleaned up, and you did. Well, I actually ended up being Jimmy's caretaker and doing all this to fixing the house. So he had no problem with watching me spend my money, to do that. And that's what put me in the problem that I'm currently in. And then here I've been paying to be here, so, you can't save. Absolutely love it here. Oh, that's great. I gave you my number before, didn't I? I never realized how dehydrated a person could be. So, so that's what's going on here. It's freezing. I'm even cold right now, and I have more packing to do. No one had a problem with taking my things over to storage before, but now suddenly it's a problem. So I don't know what to tell anybody. If I don't get some help, well, I don't know. Um, okay, because for some reason, like when the space gets full, I would like delete my emails by accident. Hopefully it's in there. But I just wrote you about the seeds and all, so I'll re-give you mine and you can re-give me yours again. They cool off by their legs and it gets hot here in the summer, yes. But your weather sounded like my weather, Babette. Did you state where you're from again? Like what state? Exactly. He should have reimbursed you. Mm-hmm. And all the improvements you did for that house. Yep. And I wasn't advertising on YouTube that I was also his caretaker and his dog and this, that, and the third. So it was a lot on me. And then to just do that on like Halloween night, just craziness. And he even told my Jared to like move in there. He was having like a girlfriend problem. And it was like, you have 30 days selling the house. Or I sold the house. That's how that went. So yeah, it hasn't been easy. And it still hasn't been easy. Not even here. I mean, I thought it was nice but you know, people change. You know how that goes. They say once you're on the inside, you figure it all out. I think I may be too far from you to help. If I was closer to you, it'd help me in said NC, North Carolina. Our Voon child is from North Carolina. Let's have the moderators post her link. Our other moderator, who's always busy, but we do text, you know, back and forth, and always love Voon. She's such a sweetheart. Go check her out. The moderators will post her link. Suzanne, you have a channel. Post your link, and yeah, let's see what else. I'm in a state of confusion about me, or I was going to say I'm in a state of confusion myself. But if it's about me, I can send you an email. You'd have to send me an email again because that original email, I've looked and looked and looked for it and can't find it anywhere. I'm good. I have yours, lady. I'm seriously reaching out. Do not. Thank you, Tiger. Sincerely. Yes, ma'am. Cocky, born in Mitten, Michigan. Hmm. Good to know. There it is. Suzanne posted our friend Voon. No, just me. Oh, my email. Yeah, I don't know where that email went. I went back in there to go look at it and do a little bit more researching and soul searching on that, and I couldn't find it anywhere. You know, so like I told you before, it's your story. It's not my story, but you know, if you want it put out there, you know, that has to be your decision ultimately. Check out Voon. So how about on a more pleasant note? So get ready. I was ready to say Boobette again, but Babette. And anyone that watches this back, I will be posting basic bread 3 ways or 4 ways. You're going to love it. One bread dough that can make lots of things. So I did work on that yesterday morning. And then today it was good to get out. I don't want to not give them any credit. We went to Walmart. We went out to breakfast. We were gonna rent the Eras tour. And I said to him, I think her concerts are like 4 hours long. Like 4 hours. Gotta hand it to her. She does do 4 hours. So he looked it up because he was going to buy it. We were going to watch that. And it was pretty long, so we would have needed more time. And I did 2 videos at his place. And we were going to go out to dinner and just opted to do um, sushi, California rolls, which was delish. Hung out. Just got a little chaotic at the end because I couldn't find my glasses. I planned on doing live up at Jay's. I was just going to stay up there because he had a busy weekend and we made plans for this. So I think he's going to get my Ninja all in one with the air fryer. So he might not have plans on Friday. So maybe we'll do like salmon or something in his new contraption. Maybe I'll just stay out there on Friday. But yeah, so he bought some Pyrex bowls so I could use them up there for, cooking, baking. And, he's a guy, he's a single guy. And he bought a hand mixer. So when I was doing Get Ready for It, I made a Chips Ahoy pudding pie. And I had a hand mixer to use today. So that was awesome. So yeah, I go up there as something different and get a break. Like we'll do it together, or I don't know where he was when I was doing the pie. I did another Oreo one. I left up there for him, or he could take it into work, and I came back with the uh, Chips Ahoy one because he doesn't want all that left there, But yeah, we usually will say, "How can I help you?" or "What do you need me to do?" or whatever. But no, I was good. I think he was, when I did the Chips Ahoy one, I thought I was talking a little bit like this, as if I was here. When people are around, I think I just get a little bit on the quieter. I speak quieter. It's nothing personal. But yeah, so you'll see that video. And he taste tested it and he likes it. Mikey likes it. And so yeah, I don't know what happened from the time me and Debbie went to Walmart to now, but I can email again. Thank you, Brooke Joe. There's a few YouTube people who know. When you say that, well, I said to you, if you were interested in doing like a live, you could email and tell me yes or no or when. If you want to discuss it or you want me to discuss it, just write me an email and let me know, because that would be, that would just be something else, let me tell you. And sorry if anybody's confused about what I'm talking about. It's kind of just between me and Brooke Trout right now. I don't want to discuss someone else's personal business unless I'm given permission, but it's god awful. That's all I can tell you. It's god awful. And my heart breaks, literally. There's my email. Thank you so much, Suzanne. On a more pleasant note, I've missed you all, Mel. Show us your butt, girl. I'm just, no, not this. Well, what the heck? No, because you always like it when I'm in those workout pants. But I'm fronting Phillies everything. Sweatpants and all. Some sneaks. I told him I was going to dress casual because we were only going to Walmart and to breakfast. And then I took up extra things because we were going to go out to dinner. Whole other outfit and everything. But I literally just said to him, like, I really appreciate, and I like that restaurant, really appreciate, but can we just, do something else for dinner? Just kind of wanted to just chill out and just eat in. And I knew that he had a pretty busy weekend. So, yeah, he was fine with it. When I took my Ninja food processor up there. So, and then I had my tripods. There was a little extra bags that I would have preferred not to have, but it is what it is. Let's see. Just subscribe to Boone. Oh, she's lovely. I think you said she was in North Carolina. I don't know the exact, vicinity, of course. I think I have it. Oh, you ain't right, my man, says Tyler. I don't do much email at all. I bet you should. You could always email me. Might have left. Let's see. I'm from the 8-track tape and Atari 2600 era. I've seen an Atari, but I can't say I honestly played it. Didn't we talk about this last week? I was like Super Mario Brothers, and now I'm like, Xbox, Call of Duty type of person. So it helps with anxiety. Believe me, people tick you off. Just go on and on that Call of Duty, and you could shoot, stab, and kill people, and you'd feel so much better. I should say I'm a half left and my right's all blocked. Email is nothing like Atari. No, that's true. It can't be fixed with a pencil like a cassette tape can. Remember them? And I used to stick like the pen in there just to try to roll it up. That was annoying though. VHSs used to do that too. Right? Like that was a great error for sure. Tiger's like, oh my god, I think I love you, Babette. If you want to think of me as a cartoon picture, Tasmanian devil. Johnny always liked that. And strapped up wing. Because I'm Yankee. Gotcha. I'm happy with the good old-fashioned pinball machine. Yes, we did talk about that last week. Pinball Wizard. I love pinball. I used to kick people's butts. So I'm going to try to reach out to a couple different companies. I don't think my one went through. It was to Jackery, was it? But I try to reach out to them. And I'm just going to try. I mean, no harm, no foul. We'll see what happens. But I love it and would highly recommend it. So I got Boku between what I picked up when I was out with Debbie, and then, Jay's very good to me and bought me quite a few. Let's see how many I actually got. So like 12. This one, I really wanted to try this flavor. 2 of the boxes were damaged, but the one was really damaged. But in case my niece is watching, I think she said it's like watermelon something. I could only find a watermelon right there. And the box is pretty banged up, but that's okay. And I had fruit punch before. That was really good. Quite a few of the blueberry grape for sure. And I like the strawberry kiwi. What else? Mixed berry right there. Yummy, one of my faves. Which one? And I don't even know how many of this particular one I got. Let's see. So this blueberry grape, I'll tell you how much of a fan I am. 2, 3, at least 4 of those. And the Island Punch, told you I tried that. That was good. Strawberry kiwi, I've had that. The watermelon, don't get the cucumber one, it's nasty. That and the hibiscus, I saw that there. I'm like, I'm not getting that. Yeah, I want to do the cucumber one and an extra Island Punch. So that came from Jay, all those. And then this is what I grabbed because I didn't know I was going to be going out with them to get some. So I got 2 strawberry kiwis right there. This tells you how much water I'm drinking. But this is good. What do you think? Honeycrisp apple right there. And I think Debbie said to try it. 2 raspberry teas. I don't really want it for coffee or for teas, but did get 2 raspberry teas. We'll see. And what else? A strawberry lemonade. And last but not least, a white cherry right there. So, I think I'm good for a bit, especially if I'm doing 3 bottles a day. I should be good for a bit on those. Let's see. Are my faves? Okay, I read that. I know you're British, but my Lundy, aka Paul Hogan. You got all good ones, Mel. Thank you. I have 2 in the room that are caffeine, and I didn't want those, so I was curious, Well, not curious, but if I don't really know anyone else that has the bottle. but I wouldn't offer it. But yeah, I think I said, oh, I did say my niece, I told her to try to get the 40 ouncer. And then no harm, no foul, because I'm not upset that I got this one at a great price at Sam's. Because guess what? I'll be drinking both. The caffeines are good and they aren't even as strong as coffee. I just didn't want that, me personally. I wanted it for the like the high dehydration one. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know if you could see it because of the color, but hydrate and the one with the B plus vitamins happens to be my favorite. Joe Serrano says strawberry kiwi drink. We got the Arizona brand, so good. I've had Circle for years. Really? Yeah, I've known about it. Wasn't sure. Then I recommended it. Um, and I was just being honest. I was never really a big water person, but my kidneys are loving it. That's for sure. The one time it woke me up in the middle of the night, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I have to pee like a racehorse." But that's a good thing. Um, and it's I just figured I would mention the two different sizes, and mention it and what I thought about it. So if you're a gardener and whatnot, get yourself one and stay hydrated. Now, so March, pea time. Start sprouting your peas either until the tip, like the root comes up, or soak them for 24 hours and get your peas planted. Um, Preferably as if you were going to sprout them, because then that little sprout part you can put straight up and you'll know every one that germinated. But usually March, check your your frost or whatever. I mean, we're cold here, but we're not in freezing by no means. But it's March, so it's time to plant your peas. And if you have cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, you'll be like within this week getting them out. So, gonna miss gardening, sort of. Um, I think I put up enough to get me through for now. And a lot of the jars, God bless Debbie, because she said my jars can go there in her basement. But she's 70 years old, and if no one else is willing to help, that's craziness. I have some type of tear in my elbow, and she had a sprained back when we were taking some of the cases out of the garage. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Um, but the rest of the jars are going to Debs. So I was working on some jars in the basement and labeling, and a few that are going to stay with me because, I did mention me and my girlfriend were going to try. I haven't talked to Jared. I'll have to see what's going on there. But, just needed more time. You add that to the water. I just drink water. Yeah, it's just a filter. Like you get the bottle and this part. Let me show you. This is what's in the boxes. So you'll get this with this. Obviously wash it, and then you put whatever flavor you want right on in. And then you can just not even do the filters, and you can just keep it on the part that says water, or you can go from 1 to whatever number it is. I haven't gone up that far. For a little bit of flavoring for your water, something different. But there's times I just will drink water out of it. But for some of us to, I've always liked sparkling water, but not the sugar-free ones. Because it cracks me up. Water is already 0 calories, But sugar-free, not a problem. It's good. Let's see. Isn't a circle a shape with no corners? Laugh out loud. I know, isn't it funny how they spell that? Cirkul. It's funny, Paul. Love me some circle. You'll get used to the extra water and not have to pee as much. I figured. I was hoping. I'm starting all my cold weather by April the 1st. Yay! Good. I just know, from gardening for so long. I know the weather's kooky. Either start sprouting them or soaking them when it gets a little bit closer to your time, because you want to get a good decent amount. Peas do not like being hot, especially those shelling peas. So a lot of us plant them in March. I used to sprout mine, so you would see that, and then, it's a easy peasy. Do your little trench and use something for them to climb up. The sugar snap peas are great to have something just to eat in the garden, but still obviously I'm going to be a part of the garden community. I sent over some of my chicken coop wire. It's not, hardware cloth with Debbie. Lower black fencing. I have green fencing that's going to go to Debbie's, and all my T-posts are going over Debbie's, because we're going to do like some sort of a run for the chickens. And I thought maybe at least a little black one might help her out if she needs it, for her garden. But yeah, she's looking for some help, and, told me I had to do videos of her garden or plant some things, or what do I want. She's like, I don't like red beets, but you do, But my seeds are in storage, and her and I did talk about once, maybe even when this is said and done, going in, and or maybe before. She would like before, but that's not going to happen, because I'm sure it's just all shoved in there. But the littler one, I have to get in there because I'm looking for something specific, and women are just normal women are. How do I say this? Efficient, and yeah, we could get that stuff pulled out, and it could be looking immaculate, probably compared to how it looks. So I'm going to give the boys a call this week and let them know what's going on, because neither one of them were available, when I was given the other news, of the no help factor. So I'm going to give the boys a call probably this week. My area sometimes gets huge March snowstorms, really, outside in March here. I said this before, this weather is so crazy. I used to have, like, do you remember? We used to, can't now. Even though they say, like, our summers are going to turn into Florida, I'll believe that when I say it, but I'm telling you, when my kids were in high school, the two boys, like prom time, I had all my plants planted in my garden April 1st. It's not like that anymore. But just go by your zip code and you do you. But peas like it cold, and I don't know, they never had a problem coming up for me. And the weather's breaking. We're going to be like in the 70, I think, by the end of the week. So let's see. I figured it was getting cold. My heating turned on. Yep. Cold snap. Yeah, that's fine, Paul. We need you to rest up. He's saying, Mel, sorry, girl. Got to rest up. Stay safe, everyone, and please take it easy, all. Yeah, I have to look for glasses in the morning, but I've been doing like maybe 2 videos a day and packing. So wish me luck with that. So my elbow's not appreciating it. And just stay tuned for all the videos. But I really thought I was getting some messages over on Instagram, like, did I have a favorite bread? So what I did was I did it 2 ways with bread flour, and made 2 loaves with all-purpose flour, so that, anyone can get their hands on most likely just regular flour. But I think you'll like this recipe, and you can do so many versatile things with it. That was just to name a few, like dinner rolls. I think in the video I said you could turn it into hamburger rolls, but you'd have to make it bigger. White bread, sandwich bread, cinnamon brown sugar bread, cinnamon raisin bread. That's what I did. So there's that video. The sauce still that I made for Laura, and meatballs, and she'll be happy to know that I made my cinnamon rolls, my dough, that's flawless. I took out the middle. I was so exhausted, and then I woke up the next day, the whole middle was missing out of it. So needless to say, you just can't screw them up. They come out great. So those videos will be coming up. I love you, Paul. Thank you for coming in here, and you better rest up. Is that a brand of fruit drink? It's the bottle and then the filter, Joe Serrano. Definitely hope Paul feels better. There's Debbie saying, good evening, everyone. Hi, Mel. Were your ears burning? I was just talking about you a few minutes ago. Let's see. Yeah, she explains it better. Circle is a water bottle that takes special cartridges that flavor your water and add no calories or preservatives or sugar for that matter. Anyone here of pigeon peas? No, that's interesting. Paul, you planted some and dang, talk about a huge harvest, ton of protein. I'm really curious about them. Is there any way you can send me a picture to my email what they look like? And do you happen to have extra seeds on those? Pigeon peas, that's interesting. Sweet dreams to Paul, yes. She wrote good, not goof. I knew what you meant, Deb. I've heard of pigeon peas, but never eaten or grown them. No, you're awesome. I should do more videos, but I'm so busy. I know, girl. But I think once you I'm doing more to try to have a little bit of a backlog. I'm sure if it boiled down to it, it's not going to be a problem. I spoke to Jay. He's got a minimal space. I spoke to Jay about my KitchenAid going there. So if I have to work, and it's probably why he got some Pyrex bowls and a hand mixer for quickie things, But yeah, he's always like, if you want to do a video up here, no problem. So yeah, I think once you get on a schedule, it's a little bit easier. Let's see. They grow into a big bush or small tree, getting second harvest on 2 plants. Cut them all back. My chickens and chuckers love the leaves. Really? I feel so weird saying Paul, but Brooke Trout. That's so interested. I'm very interested in that. Yeah, if you could send me a picture or whatever in my email, that'd be great. I have the crock pot cooking dinner for tomorrow. Sweet potatoes are super yummy when cooked in with beef. Potatoes. Are we saying taters? Sweet onion, carrots, and asparagus. Try adding some sweet potatoes. I love a good sweet potato, me personally. And I have that Ninja all-in-one. It's an Instapot air fryer. You can use it as if you're cooking on the stove. You can use it as a pressure cooker for your meat. And that's what Jay just ordered, and he'll be getting that in sometime soon. So I love mine, and it was down the basement. It was getting cruddy, and I just cleaned it because it's going to go in my vehicle. But I think I wrote down my recipe for vegetable soup. I don't know how many jars I have left, but anyway, I want to use up a lot of the produce in the downstairs freezer, but not making like a boring vegetable soup, like potatoes, beans. I don't know how it would work with pressure canning some of it. Excuse me. But, carrots and all that jazz. And then I was thinking zucchini and some diced tomatoes and green beans, like a really, really good vegetable soup. But we'll see how that goes. I'll send you some. That would be amazing. Paul, Brook Trout. I'll get used to it. That would be absolutely amazing because, like I said, Debbie told me to garden in her garden. So that would be interesting to plant that and do videos on it and see how that does, Really curious because I happen to be one that loves peas. I don't know if I had any more sugar snap peas because I love dipping them in the homemade ranch dressing or just eating them fresh out of a garden. So good. You will be amazed as to how good they taste and turn out. And you're doing it in a crock pot, Babette? Sounds yummy. I liked when I was on my own, obviously, because I could do my own thing and, you know. Um, but yeah, like when the boys were a little bit younger and I had work, I would put really good nutritional things, take it out like for put it in the crock pot, that same night, not just for like 4 hours and you're not sure if it's really cooked or not. But I love my Ninja. I love all my Ninja products. They're just amazing. Um, internet, the weather on my PC. I'm watching Uncle Al and typing in the chat as Melody stream. Well, thank you, Joe Serrano. And finally, Sam Mel's beautiful face. Oh, you're a doll. Well, that's veggie soup sounds good. Yeah, like a more, because when you look up people's recipes on vegetable soup, it's just like boring. It's just carrots and green beans and maybe some onions and a little bit of potatoes. And I was thinking, I busted my hump in their garden and there's still produce down there. So I figured some diced up tomatoes, do potatoes, um, like a catalini bean, maybe, or almost like a minestrone. But if you go to can that, you can't put the pasta in. But a good vegetable soup. Because when you're just not feeling good, or just want something comforting, that's the way to go. And speaking of, went on Thursday. We have Thursday with Debbie. So if Jay's still listening, I think this done. Well, one more to go, but done, and it comes in on the 16th, I think it is. So I will have that done, and then we'll move along to the tops. Let's see. Yes, on a crock pot. Tried once. I was amazed as to how good they were. I cook low and slow for the crock pot. Yep, I did too. Another good crop, your meat squash and butternut squash. I still have 2 left downstairs. I think from me Jimmy's that I brought here, so they held up great. Um, I would definitely think of some long-term storage things, folks, with everything that's going on. Butternut squash, meat squash, acorn squash. It's like a hit or miss. And I wasn't real impressed by the ones that I planted. But definitely butternut squash, and you can grow them up vertically. But if you kind of let them stroll, they'll do better, as long as you don't have wild animals. But they store amazing. And sweet potatoes, you can either get the sweet potato slips or start the sweet potato the way you were taught in school with the toothpicks, you know. I don't know if you'd be cutting it a little bit close on the sweet potatoes, but I like to go on sweet potatoes even in a big pot. I used to get a pretty good decent amount even in the garden that I built at Jimmy's. Even if that was just strictly for me and Jimmy, still got a good amount out of a good pot. So yeah, that sounds yummy. Peas, eating them raw. Recently tried some snow peas. They're sweet delicious. Joe Serrano says they sure are. I like a spaghetti squash. I grew them too. I just don't, they don't store as well. They're amazing. I mean, grow them to eat them. But if you get a little bit busy and you have a spaghetti squash that you left in with your meat squash and your butternut squash, it will start damaging all the rest. So, you have to kind of stay on top of that. But yeah, spaghetti squash is amazing. So, we're still, going to be in the garden community, see what we can do as far as videos are concerned. We're just going to bring you along with my circumstances of planting any seedlings or anything like that. But people would be really foolish not to be trying to learn. Even if you fail, try it again, but grow something. I mean, if you go into the playlist, they used to say Shed Wars. It now says, Yes, I Grow All This Food. I think that's the title. I do have to fix my playlist. My lettuces were like this big, the butter crunch, the bib lettuces, So growing lettuce is pretty easy if it's done right. And I have extra things that I'm giving to Debbie for her soil over there. So yeah, definitely we'll keep you posted on what's going on that end. And as far as, like moving and just doing videos and packing is what I've been doing. So I'll give you another up close view on the basic bread. I think I'm gonna end up naming it like the basic bread 5 ways, but that's just the cinnamon brown sugar one. I think I tried to call Debbie to give her the white loaf because I wanted to try my recipe out. Then I can focus on doing like some more cinnamon raisin bread, and she can put it in her freezer or whatever. Because we did discuss that muffins and stuff are going into Debbie's freezer. So, great big shout out to Miss Debbie for sure. 11 people, 11 thumbs up. Have you grown kombucha pumpkin smell? No. Hello, CR. How are you? Long time no see. Saying, hey, Joe. The biggest problem I have with any and all my gardening is the stupid rabbits. Everything has to be fenced off. It's a pain. Yeah, but you know what? You're trying to grow your own stuff. And, you know the tin pie pans? You put them on like twine that you would tie up a chicken or, you know, eat the pie. And then if you can get a little fence, you put it going around, it scares off raccoons and keeps deer away. It will keep rabbits away, you know. Or you could start just catching them, you know. But it's worth protecting your stuff after going through all that work. I'm having writer's block. Laugh out loud. You are. I'm so sorry to hear that. And deeply love you all. But if you don't mind, I'm going to cut it out. Or check out, I should say, a little bit earlier tonight. Just been really, really busy. And tomorrow's Monday and have lots to do again. This book is so full. I'm trying to get my recipes rewritten into something else. I just keep adding more of my recipes into this book. So I have that. And I'm just a tad bit on the tired side. And I'll still have to let my dogs out and hope they don't blow off in this weather. It usually takes my dogs probably about 15 minutes to get situated at night, but sincerely appreciate each and every one of you. Tiger, send me an email. Brook Trout, good luck. I hope you can keep those rabbits at bay. CR, writer's block. You need to clear your mind, go for a walk, do something, and hopefully, it will become unblocked, my friend. But you all know how I feel about each and every one of you here. Miss Laura tonight, lots of prayers for her son that he feels better. We love her. Paul, with that bad news, that it's not just a sprain in his back, it's his tendons. So we need him to rest up and get better. And the hour change is like messing me up, sincerely. I like my pellet gun. That too. Microgreens, good. Number one gardening priority this spring here is some fencing. Unfortunately, the bunnies are just mowing things down to the ground. Rabbits. My dogs love fresh veggies. Yes, the pie tins work well. When strung together right, they will make noise as well and blow in the wind. Also, bells on the fencing will help too. Yeah, I wish I could go fishing to think. I love to fish. If the rabbits eat the garden, eat the rabbits. And there you have it. I agree to all that. Ace, that was good. Brook Trout, send me an email. And thank you for going to send those seeds out. Tiger's going to send the other seeds out that are going to be used in Debbie's garden. But that was really, really funny. So yeah, just stay tuned for the videos. Please watch. Really need you to watch. If you have the extra time. Or you want to put it on one and go to sleep and let it run. That would be amazing too. Could really use the additional help. But love yous all and a great big thank you for all the circles from Jay and dinner. And, you know, just getting out of here and somewhat taking the day off, even though I made 2 pudding pies. It's all good. But I love yous all. I will see you throughout the week. Depending on this wind, there may be a video on the chickens tomorrow. There may not. And so if you don't see the chickens tomorrow, it's because of the wind. and I'll post a pie or something good, something yummy. Okay, so we shall see. I didn't get a pic, but those bunnies are fat. You could eat them. Number one gardening priority: melt snow. Sure is. And getting your gardens cleaned out, ready to go. Just subbed. Oh, that was nice, Babette. Babette, absolutely love having you here. Really hope to see you maybe throughout the week. Leave a comment under a video, and really hope to see you again next Sunday. You're amazing. But I know Vandal the Land was celebrating his son's birthday. Good night. Thanks for the live mail. You're so welcome, Ace. Brooke says, I'll be in touch. Have a good week, everyone. Hello. Yes. Thank you for the live. You are the best. Love you to pieces. I'm just going to hold up my big bottle. My kidneys appreciate it. And stay safe. Stay healthy. Be careful with this crazy weather that's going on. And Suzanne, thank you. Thank you, the moderators. Thank you, Paul. Wondered why I didn't see Vandal the Land. Yep, that's why. I'm rooting for y'all gardeners. And I'm rooting for everyone, so everyone can do it. No one is born with a black thumb, and a seed wants to grow. It's just waiting for you to put it in some dirt. Love you. See you next Sunday, 9 Eastern. And you know my finger has to go to that other button to turn it off. So, oh, love yous all. Let me say, bink. Okay, love yous all, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye, everyone. Stay safe.